Hello, everybody, and welcome to Connors First Up. The Saints beat the Falcons 43 to 37 in overtime, and it was a very good game. But as a Saints fan, it wasn't fun to watch. I mean, I'm sure it wasn't fun as a Falcons fan to watch, but man, the good word, this was a good game. But the defense played awful, really. I mean, you shouldn't ask Drew Brees to put up 43 points. I mean, yeah, it was in seven. I mean, six of those points came in overtime. But either way, you shouldn't ask a quarterback to put up more than 30 points, or an offense to put up more than 30 points to win the game. But yet again, this defense is not looking good. Yeah, they look good against the Browns, but the Browns' offense are inept. Like they can't get anything done. But once they actually play against a good quarterback and a good offense, they don't play well whatsoever. I mean, Marshawn Lattimore, he played okay. I didn't really see him too much, which I guess is a good thing. But he didn't make any plays. They weren't really throwing at Marshawn Lattimore, so I guess that's good. But Ken Crowley and P.J. Williams just played awful, especially P.J. Williams. He played the full first half, allowing Calvin Ridley, who had 7 catches for 146 yards and 3 touchdowns, and it's only his third game for his career. I mean, that's just awful. Ken Crowley didn't play that much better, but in my opinion, I knew that P.J. Williams isn't a very good cornerback. I had faith in him before last season, but I don't know. He shouldn't be a starter. I know that Ken Crowley wasn't playing very well weeks 1 and 2, but still. I don't know what we're going to do for the number 2 corner spot. And what's bad, slot corner Patrick Robinson got injured. And I think it was Deuce McAllister or one of the announcers on the radio when I was driving back, or when my brother was driving us back to the place where I live. It was announced that he could have a high ankle sprain, which is 3 to 4 weeks. So that's not ideal. But Drew Brees. So he breaks the season or the career completions crap. So he broke the completions record for a quarterback, who was held by, I believe, Brett Favre. Yeah, Brett Favre. And luckily, or maybe not luckily, but fittingly, it was against the Falcons. I feel like this isn't the first record he broke during a Falcons game. But also fittingly, the guy who caught the ball was Michael Thomas. Probably the best wideout the Saints ever had in the Drew Brees era, honestly. And Michael Thomas, he had a very good game too. No touchdowns, but he had 10 receptions for 129 yards. Alvin Kamara, the second best in receptions with 15 receptions and 124 yards. And also Michael Thomas broke a record, which is having the most receptions in the first 3 games of the season. But looking back on Drew Brees, so he was 39 for 49, 396 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. But not only that, he also had 2 rushing touchdowns. Okay, so the first rushing touchdown, he just kind of rolled out, didn't see anybody, and just decided to scramble. And he was lucky he didn't get annihilated by the 2 Falcons. The 2 Falcon players just kind of hit each other when Drew Brees tried to do a spin. I mean, he completed the spin, and then he dove for the touchdown to tie it up for the Saints. And then later, when in overtime, when we thought that Alvin Kamara scored the game-winning goal, I thought the Saints they did exactly what they should have done. They did a quarterback sneak, and Drew Brees got the touchdown, the game-winning touchdown. So Drew Brees just played fantastic, showing that he is one of the best quarterbacks ever. He got his clutch gene back because maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, he was he wasn't the reason why the Saints were playing bad, but he wants it clutch like in 2014 and 2015. But last year and this year, he got the gene back. I feel like in all 3 games, weeks 1 through 3, he's a very clutch quarterback. I don't believe he even threw an interception so far, but he's just playing fantastic. But But man, speaking of somebody who played fantastic, is Calvin Ridley. It's scary what the Falcons' offense can actually be. Because not only do they have Julio Jones and Sanu and Austin Hooper, they also have, I guess, two number one wideouts with Calvin Ridley and Julio Jones. Speaking of Julio Jones, he also had a decent game. I say decent, it's a very good game, but for Julio Jones, it's decent. 5 receptions for 96 yards. I believe that his biggest reception, which is 58, came off of Ken Crowley. So Marshawn Lattimore wasn't covering him, if I remember correctly. Another person who had a big game is Will Lutz. In my opinion, he's a top 10 kicker. He didn't really have a long field goal this game. His longest was 49. But going for 3 for 3 in the Mercedes-Benz Georgia Dome, I guess, is very important or very respectable considering that it was a very tight game and you're playing away. Yeah, the first field goal, yeah, it was either his first or his second it was the first because he got extremely lucky because it went off the post and in. Another player who had a very good game was Craig Robertson, at least on special teams because he blocked the punt, winning to his Saints field goal to make them go up 13-7. But I don't know. The defense just did not play well. Matt Ryan played fantastic, and he usually does play very well against the Saints. He was 26 for 35, 374 passing yards, and 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. That's another thing that the Saints need to have, or takeaways, because as of right now, yeah, we're winning games. We lost our home opener against the Bucks, but that was only by 8 points, and then we barely beat the Browns, and we barely beat the Falcons. We could be a playoff team like last year, but we are not looking like a Super Bowl contender, in my opinion. Defense is just playing not well enough. The only good game we had was against the Browns on defense. They just seem to be better. Cameron Meredith finally went into a game this against the Falcons. He had 1 reception, but was for a touchdown. And Drew Brees, during that play, he looked like he was going to get sacked, but I guess he avoided a tackler, and he rolled out. I mean, he didn't roll out. He went up in the pocket and threw it to Cameron Meredith, and they got the touchdown. The offensive line played fantastic. Defensive line, Marcus Davenport finally got his first sack. I say finally, he's a rookie, and he's playing limited sacks. But he got against Matt Ryan, who's a very good quarterback. Also, a player who got 2 sacks is Cameron Jordan, arguably a top 5 rush defense. Yeah, edge rusher. Not only good against the pass, but extremely good against the run. Very mobile, plays a lot of downs. He got 2 sacks this game. Both sacks very important in key moments. Marshawn Lattimore, I didn't see much out of him, but if you don't see cornerback, that's probably a good thing. And unfortunately for the Falcons, a lot of their players are injured. And unfortunately now they're 1-2. But Keanu Neal is injured. Deion Jones is injured. Takk McKinley is injured. I'm trying to remember their free safety's name, but he got injured this game. They just have a bunch of injuries. Do the Falcons have enough talent to make the playoffs without them? Probably. I mean, the one thing that really surprised me is that the lack of running game that the Falcons had, considering how well they played, or how well the running game played for the Falcons last week against the Panthers. And in my opinion, the Saints' running game, or playing against the run, was just awful for the first 2 weeks. So I'm very happy how the Saints contain Coleman. But thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to share this video. Thank you.